Hey guys, how's it going? So I had a question from one of the gang here, David Collins, asking what my dad's desert island records would be. So I emailed my dad and asked him. Here we go. So here are my dad's 5 desert island discs, with a 6th thrown in for good measure. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to play any of the music for you here, but I will be able to tell you about it, because I don't have the video taken down. With Spotify and iTunes Music, I'm pretty sure anyone on the planet can at least have a listen to these albums. So coming in at number 6, and a spare pick, is Ravel's Tombeau de Couperin orchestrations. The particular version that my dad likes is the Charles Dutoit and the Montreal Symphony Orchestra version. At number 5 is Soul Train by John Coltrane. This is John Coltrane's 4th studio album recorded by Rudy Van Gelder, featuring Red Garland on piano, Paul Chambers on bass, and Art Taylor on drums. Coming in at number 4 is Saxophone Colossus by Sonny Rollins. This album was recorded in 1956, 2 years before Soul Train, also recorded by Rudy Van Gelder, featuring Tommy Flanagan on piano, Doug Watkins on bass, and the inimitable Max Roach on drums. At number 3 is Kind of Blue by Miles Davis, considered one of the best jazz albums of all time, and certainly one of the most influential. It ranks number 12 on Rolling Stone magazine's greatest albums of all time, with Miles Davis on trumpet, of course, Cannonball Adderley on alto saxophone, John Coltrane on tenor saxophone, Bill Evans on piano, Wynton Kelly on piano on Freddie Freeloader, Paul Chambers on bass, and Jimmy Cobb on drums, from 1959. And at number 2, we have Roundabout Midnight by Miles Davis. Released in 1957, this album is considered one of the best hard bop albums of all time. With Red Garland on piano, Paul Chambers on double bass, John Coltrane on tenor saxophone, and Philly Joe Jones on drums. And the number 1 place on my dad's Desert Island picks goes to A Love Supreme by John Coltrane. This 1965 album is considered a masterpiece of jazz. It was Coltrane's best-selling album and his most critically acclaimed album. Love Supreme is considered Coltrane's absolute masterpiece. By the early 70s, had sold over 500,000 copies, which for a jazz album is incredible. It was described as one of the most profoundly moving records in all of jazz. That's it. My dad's 5 Desert Island discs with a 6th thrown in for good measure. Cheers. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Hit the bell.